I'm Maurice Harper. I am the principal of Civic Center Secondary School. Before I pass the mic, I'd like you to notice the cool design I have here. This is the Phoenix, and the Phoenix, usually you see Phoenix rising from the ashes. The experiences our students have, we prefer to look at their assets, and so we say that we are standing on the shoulders of kings and queens and saints and the leaders of our district. Again, my name is Maurice Harper.
I'm Sasha Ivanovich. I'm a special ed teacher.
I'm Will Dunford, assistant principal.
And I just want to add that our team was actually our whole staff. So we left the other 18 or so folks to their families. Okay, so I'm going to get us started. Civic Center, we've kind of thought we would let our young folks speak for themselves. We have a very huge, broad spectrum of young folks, so we thought we'd give
Civic Center because I was fighting a lot, and I'll get you.
I'm at Civic Center for truancy.
I'm at Civic Center because I was bullied in other schools.
I came to Civic Center because I was getting into too many fights in my own school. I came to get a little education.
I'm at Civic Center because I'm lifting. I'm going to jail. And I gotta get my life together. That's why.
I came to Civic because I didn't go to school for 8 months before I came.
My name is Ayana, and I went to 2 middle schools and 3 high schools, and I'm a Civic.
I came to Civic because I got kicked out of my old school.
I'm at Civic Center because I got kicked out of my last school because of policy.
I'm at Civic Center because they help me get better credits and get better grades.
Why am I at Civic Center is because, one, I need to catch up on my credits. 2, it's a good school to be at if you really want the extra help and the extra support. And 3, I don't know, since I came here, I just like it.
I'm on Civic Center because I want to know.
All right, so we have a lot of different folks, a lot of different needs. Part of what we're pitching for, a lot of folks are asking. So we're trying to wait. Did we pass one slide? All right. So we're trying to start something new. Every student of ours has not been successful at their previous school. We have middle schoolers who have been unsuccessful in middle school. We have students who never came to middle school and are coming to us fresh off of Lord knows where they've been, right, for 3 years. And they're coming to our school and they're trying to really change their lives and turn it around for themselves. So I titled this slide, Expecting and Accepting Discomfort. That's something that we do regularly at Civic. That's one of our norms. If you're in your comfort zone, you don't grow. I was so still on that one. You want to go back? There we go. So this is some of our challenges. You can see here there's a quote. I don't know how many of you guys were around for Carlos Garcia. Carlos Garcia let us know that the San Francisco Unified School District sees the achievement gap as the greatest social justice civil rights issue facing our country today, and there cannot be justice for all without closing the gap. For the record, that comma was in there. I would have used a semicolon or a period. So here, these places we get stuck, these are some, Civic Center is no stranger to innovation. We're on our toes every day trying to come up with new and innovative ways to support our youth. We've tried a breakfast program. We had the students running a little cafe. They were planning out a budget for a menu, and that program got stuck in some bureaucratic red tape. We have been trying to get a van for our truant students, all of the truant students, the students that you guys never met. They're our students now. And we have been asking for a van since 2011 to try to get them to our school. Now we have a van, and once again we have some red tape keeping the van in our parking lot. So we get to look at the van. We don't get to actually pile the kids in and take them anywhere. PBIS, we've all gone through that. I'm sure the folks that are on these teams are also on the RTI teams and are doing all of that extra work. That was working so good at our school, and we have lost all funding for incentives. So we have no longer, we're no longer able to implement something that was started and worked, but now because of sort of upper level bureaucratic stuff, we don't have that anymore either. We have our educational space has been cut, our staff has been cut, our programs, we had a drug treatment program for a while, that was cut. And then we're also having issues with not being allowed to bring our youth to social justice events throughout the community because we are, not politicizing them, right? But we do think that it's really important for, young folks to attend Black Lives Matter events and other social justice events through the city, which we're not allowed to do, again, because of sort of restrictions that keep us in the box. We're trying to break out of the box, and we're being kept in the box. All right. Sorry, I took up so long.
So this is the design challenge. So we worked with Jenny, as she described the arduous process. It was a lot of that, all of that. And so this is an example. This was our statement. How might we, and you see all the revisions, ensure that each and every student is prepared to be successful and, well, has the skills to be successful in their next life setting. And a bunch of Post-its, we know all about the Post-its. So this is, so here we are. This is some more evidence that we were actually engaged in this process, and some things that you see on the walls that we had out there. And so these are some of the insights we came to. We need to experience more growth in social emotional learning, and learning by being a part of our city. Our students have a lot of anxieties about being out in the community because they've experienced so much pain and trauma and bad experiences. And so this all falls into the social emotional learning focus that we have for our students. So here's our ask. We got 4 different parts to that. One of them is a social emotional learning competencies rubric. What we expect is, this is what you've seen so far is a lot of asks for money. Money isn't really, of course we'll take more money, but that's not really the issue for us. What we really need is to be able to break through other barriers, administrative barriers, bureaucratic barriers, and things like that. So we need to be able to draft some lasting sort of systems that can not only work at Civic Center, but could also be implemented at other sites throughout the district. So we have something similar to an IEP, but it's a learning plan individualized learning plan for our students. So every day, at the end of the day, we review and say, well, what have you accomplished today? How many credits have you earned? What kind of progress have you made towards becoming more socially, earning some social emotional learning competencies? And we want to give our students jobs, internships at our school. Financial insecurity is a real issue with our students. And the last is the van that was mentioned before. So these are a little bit, this kind of describes them a little bit more. This is about the rubric. We want to be able to work with some SFUSD agencies, be it, well, I'm not sure if that's really the best thing, but whatever it is, because whenever you work with other organizations, we can do what we want to do at our school just fine, for sure. But then we have the risk of it being pulled out from under us, as we have seen before. So we want to make sure that we avoid that. And if that means working with curriculum and instruction or pupil services or whoever else it is, to make sure that this is something that's going to be lasting, that's what we need to do. And that's what here we have with this social emotional learning competencies rubric. Same thing with our uniform individualized learning plan, a formalized uniform orientation for every student, and an exit process. Paid student internships is something that's I think that we can make happen, not in just some of the what you might think of maybe traditional sort of entry-level things like custodial or guardian, but also rudimentary academic tutoring, maybe tech support, clerical, and then also give the students an opportunity to earn certifications, entry-level certifications in these things that can be applied in their later life. And then, of course, there's the 15-passenger van. that we want to be able to drive. And so, and what it is, it's some red tape with licensing, certifications, some red tape with insurance and all of those. So there it is.
30 seconds. So I get 30 seconds to say that we need to blow shit up. That really we need to be different. And we're going to be different. And we are different. And we're different for our students. We're the students, or we have the students that never got to go on the field trips because teachers were glad they didn't come to school. They feared them. We love them. We love them every day. We're going to take them all over the city. We're going to teach them out in the world. And we're going to be Civic Center. And we recognize that struggle is involved in that. And we're here to do the struggle.